John Carey.
Yeah.
So, hey everybody, I'm Chris. I met John literally 40 years ago, the first day of nursery school. Walked in, there was a seat open next to John, I sat down, we became fast friends. I literally have a picture on my phone of he and I as 3-year-olds, just having a great time on a play date, big smiles. It's 1978, so we're both wearing plaid pants. And this is a very distinguished nursery school class, where we made other friends with Dave Levy, Brian Pollock, Brady Jones, Brendan O'Higgins, brother Mark. It was all very distinguished alumni in this nursery school class. John and I went to different grade schools, but we remained very close. He was always a staple at my birthday parties and vice versa. I loved going over to Schuyler Hills Road to play basketball with John and with Aaron as well. Then our parents and families became friends. We went on family vacations together, I think to Vermont, Montreal, some other places. My mom was always Roxy's sidekick in the bleachers, watching me and John play basketball. John's dad, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago and can't be here, actually introduced my dad to the game of golf. That may have been, 20,000 hours ago. So as Roxy mentioned, in high school, John came to the academy, which had another number of distinguished alumni, all sitting here. And this is where the famous LBC was born, Loud Millbrook Road. Now, the LBC, we had a lot of talents, right? Not the least of which was consuming copious amounts of Peels and Peels Light, always from the can, usually warm. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking like, it's kind of juvenile and silly of grown men to refer to their, friend group from high school. It's very cliquish to still use the term the LBC. Well, I've got a message for you. You are absolutely right. So the LBC, we got together and we were talking about how do we properly toast and recognize John? What should we say? And there was so many accolades and so many positive things. Maisie, we decided he needs a third bachelor party. The first two were not enough to cover it all. So I won't do you two justice, but I want to leave you with 3 things. Remember this. Road less traveled, Godfather, and Bachelor. Road less traveled. So as Carrie mentioned, John was our valedictorian. Went on to Princeton, could have done anything professionally. Lawyer, doctor, rocket scientist, you name it. Followed his heart, went to film school in Los Angeles. The rest is history. And literally, there are tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people trying to make it in the biz. Most don't do it. John did. As Lisa Vanderpump can attest, John has basically risen to the top of the Hollywood establishment. Jokes aside, John can be successful at anything he puts his mind to, and he does things his way. Point number 2, the Godfather. Like you've probably heard, the LBC, we enjoy our fair share of weekend get-togethers, ski trips, bachelor parties. In the case of Carrie, we had a bachelor party. In the last 20 years, John has not missed a single LBC get-together. But it's not his perfect attendance that stands out. It's his dedication, it's his desire to make each one remarkable. Whether it's the perfect wine and charcuterie pairing, or the late night, never-ending game of quarters, John will always bring his A game. So much so that Carrie and I were chatting this week, and we said, you know what? John is officially the godfather of the LBC. That's a big deal. That's a real big deal. It's just about having a good time, and that's important. But when you peel back the onion, it's about the lifelong friendships, it's about the relationships. It's a testament to John and Maisie how many people came out to support you for the wedding. And as Carrie mentioned, there's no doubt in my mind, if any of us were in need, John would be there in a heartbeat. The Godfather is a great friend. Last point about John before we transition. Bachelor. So, a couple years ago, George Clooney and Amal got engaged and married, and I thought to myself, John is probably the last great bachelor standing. He never dated, he did, but it just was never for that long, it was never that serious. I remember planning my own wedding 9-10 years ago. We were like a little tight on head count, wondering who else we could invite. And I argued, well, John's never going to have a +1. We'll just reuse that head. And Dave and I were chatting the other day, and we both said, John would rather be single forever than settle by partnering with anyone that was less than amazing. Enter Maisie. So this year we're having our 25-year high school reunion. A whole bunch of us descending upon Albany. Quarter of a century, it's a pretty big deal, right? But the big pull, the big buzz of the weekend was Maisie. So I met her for the first time. I liked her immediately. She was everything you'd ever hope a friend's fiance would be. Smart, funny, warm, engaging, attractive, and best of all, accomplished. And so it's no surprise that Maisie excelled in any of the grown-up conversation we had about politics, culture, and literature. But you should know, when we inevitably digressed into our spirited stories of yesteryear, Maisie remained engaged. I was like, wow, this woman can do it all. And so, stories we tell. And so one thing was clear at the end of the weekend. The LBC had a new member, which is a big deal, and John had a better half. So one last thing about the weekend. My parents were really excited, like, John Carr's fiance is in town, we need to meet him. So they hosted a little pre-reunion cocktail hour. It was great. They saw a bunch of the guys, which they really liked. They got to meet Don's wonderful and cool wife, Christy, which they also liked. And they loved Maisie. Just effusive with praise. My mom, my dad, who's a little more reserved, also effusive. I even have a picture on my phone of Maisie and my mom, just like mid-conversation, having a great time, looking at some art over the fireplace. It was so cute. It's like Maisie's just, hit upon hit, and she's just killing it. And so, the next day I had to leave to go back to DC. And I was saying goodbye to my mom, and she said, safe travels. She said, you've got to send my best to John and Maisie. It was so good seeing them. It was great meeting Maisie. I said, absolutely. And then she pulled me closer. She whispered. She said, listen, I wish for you the best, but if anything goes wrong, please, you got to give Maisie my number.
That's funny.
And with that, to two great people, we all admire you, we wish you the best, and we all love you.
Hello. So I realized with
Hi, Bill.
Kids of Remorse that I'm uniquely suited to